Wherever you are, whatever it is you do now, I hope you three are looking after yourselves. Welcome back to more Hollow Knight with Brian. I'm back here in Dirtmouth, and one of the things I really enjoy about this game is the various kind of mysteries that kind of slowly unfold in the game. And so my goal for today is to try to, I don't know, kind of unravel or kind of finish up one of those mysterious story paths that involves Sly, who I just read his thoughts at the beginning of the episode. And this also ties in well with something else that I want to do, which is the last time that I was here in Green Path in the upper right, I had done some exploring up there, and it started going into a new zone. And I had found a grub or a little grasshopper guy or whatever, and turned around and came back. But there was more to explore that people pointed out in the comments. And so I'm going to head back up to that top right area, and we will start exploring over there. So this is the area I spoke of. We rescued a grub over here, and then I fell back down that pit because I just circled around up top, but I never went to the left. And so today we are going to go to the left to explore more of this area, where all of a sudden I can hear the wind begin to howl. And so here we are. There's like a whole new zone out here, the Howling Cliffs. And among the things that one sees right here at the entrance is one of these whispering roots. So I can hit it with the Dream Nail, and we can go searching for essence, and that'll also be a way to just kind of explore around this area together. There's a place to gather some soul, so we'll go ahead and grab that. And check out what there is in this area. This is actually one of the early areas, and so a variety of the enemies that one would encounter are very easy enemies, such as these little creepy crawly guys. And I guess it hadn't occurred to me before. I guess the gray ones only crawl around on the top surface of whatever thing it is that they're walking on and go back and forth, whereas the white ones can crawl around kind of like, they can hang on the sides and go, you know, like around in a circle around different places. Hey, there's a secret over here. Hello. What do we have here? Higher beings, these words are for you alone. These blasted plains stretch never-ending. There is no world beyond. Those foolish enough to traverse this void must pay the toll and relinquish the precious mind this kingdom grants. Alright. I don't know that I've ever fully understood everything that's going on with those various higher beings things. Is there a corpse over here? I guess not, or at least not one whose thoughts we can read. But we did pick up another Wanderer's Journal, so that's nice. But it seems I need to climb... I was going to say I need to climb higher in order to gather essence, but there's some over here to the left as well. So here's one of these guys who's a white crawly dude who can crawl around all four sides. And, oh, there's something out over here on the ground as well. A King's Idol. Neat. And if we try to go to the left edge of the screen here, it becomes harder and harder to walk against the wind. And even with a dash move, there's only so far you can get. And I could also try doing a super dash, but the wind just pushes me back. And so that's basically the left edge of the map over there. But let's go climbing higher, both for exploration purposes as well as to collect whatever essence was sent out by the Whispering Root. You can hear some of it glowing nearby. Let's also try not to get knocked off by the various flying bad guys who appear around here. And let's see, if I miss some essence over here, and there's bad guys over here, that means this portion is not yet explored. Oh, and I hear a familiar sound. CORNIFER is somewhere nearby. I think he must be above, because it's getting quieter again as I head downwards. So let's go try to find him. Hello, little bug. There we go. I see signs of paper. Dropped bits of scrawling maps. CORNIFER says, enjoying the bracing air, we're quite close to Hallownest borders and those desolate plains that surround it. In this direction, I'm about as far as I'm willing to go, though it's been a pleasant change from the tight confines of the caverns. I've drawn out a small map of this area. It's a simple one, more for completion really. Not knowing the full extent of a region can be quite frustrating. Purchase a map of the area? Yes, please. Alright, we now have a map of the Howling Cliffs. And it looks like we're about halfway up on the one side there. You can see the Whispering Root. There's a bench up there somewhere. I chanced upon a strange bug atop these cliffs. His house isn't far from here. Very imposing figure he was, no doubt lethal with a nail. I suspect you two might share more in common than him and I. Alright, sounds like useful information. And that's all that CORNIFER has to say right now. And there's actually a way to go over there, but I'm not going to go off screen just yet, because I want to try to complete collecting all the essence from the Whispering Roots. And so, let's see if we can manage to do that. Oh boy, kill a few more little bugs. Okay, I think that's all the essence from right there. So I think we just need to continue higher at this point. CORNIFER's back down below me. Any secrets hiding over here? None obvious. Any more essence hiding over here? Yes. And now over here, I'm glad I have the double jump already, because in my previous playthrough when I was at this area, I did not have the double jump. And it's very easy to fall down from these high bits over here. And while there is no fall damage in the game, it still takes a long time to kind of climb all the way back up. Oops. Okay. And so having the double jump definitely makes it a whole lot easier to recover from a misstep. No apparent secrets in the wall over there either. Oops. And sometimes when you fall, you don't fall that far, so it's not so bad either. Double jump also just makes it easier to traverse. Like there's some places where you can kind of like skip a jump along the way in order to get somewhere. Okay, we still have not collected all the essence because we didn't get the sound, the completion sound. So where am I still missing some essence? Let me look around. Aha, here's some. There we go, and now I just got the completion sound. And the tree has changed. If we hit it again with the dream nail. Wasteland. Bugs reduced. Alright. There we go. Alright, well, there was definitely a little exit to the right of CORNIFER, as well as somewhere to go higher up near the top. And so let's check out each of those things in turn. First off, CORNIFER is right up here, I do believe. Pardon me, good sir. I need to explore. Okay, this is another place where I'm glad we have the lantern, because clearly it's dark in here. Oops, yikes. Alright, don't get killed by the bugs. Heal up if you need to. Alright, and that looks like this place of a secret shortcut. Nothing can open up from this side, but perhaps on the other. And so what might we find down here? Lots of spikes. And so even though these enemies are not particularly threatening, are those Vengeflies, I think, is their name? Even though they're not particularly threatening enemies, the fact that they can knock you off into the spikes is the thing that makes this whole area worrisome. And they seem to just kind of appear out of nowhere in this area. So occasionally there's places where enemies just kind of spawn out of the walls. Hello. And this is one of those, yeah, there's two Vengeflies that just kind of spawn out of nowhere. So you gotta keep your wits about you. I bet you I can coax this guy to jump in the spikes. Haha. I don't know why it's so satisfying, like killing certain dumb enemies in many video games. But it definitely is. Alright, so we seem to kind of be going in a circle. Ooh, here's some of these little butterfly plants that are usually the sign of a cocoon that'll give me extra lifeblood hearts. And some more easy enemies to deal with. And what do we have over here? Alright, this is the shortcut that I saw from the other side, so now we have an easy way to return. Once that's needed, got a soul well to fill up on a little bit of soul. And another room. And inside here, more butterflies. Lots more butterflies. I love just the sound and the ambience of this area. What do we have? JONI's Blessing. It's a new charm. Blessed by JONI, the kind heretic transfigures vital fluids into blue lifeblood. The bearer will have a healthier shell and can take more damage, but they would not be able to heal themselves by focusing soul. So basically it gives you more health, but they're all blue lifeblood hearts and you can't heal. And look who's here. Blue Child JONI. Ah, I see you bear my blessing. I can't remember giving it, but my memory has been a little lacking of late. Isn't it just so peaceful here? Such a perfect place to rest. And I guess that's all she says. We could harvest her with the Dream Nail to get a little bit of essence. But I don't think I really need to do that. JONI has given me a kind gift, even if it's in the afterlife, of new charm. And I'll try to remember next time we're on a bench to actually show it off. But basically you get lots more maximum life, but no longer any ability to heal. Alright, and that could be useful in certain boss battles and certain other areas. But it's very expensive. I don't know if you noticed on the charm screen. It takes 4 charm notches to wear JONI's Blessing. And so it makes that... I'm pretty sure that's right, right? What was the charm cost? Yeah, 4 notches. And so that's, I think, among the most expensive of all of the charms in this game. But that is a useful one to have collected. And so now at this point, I think looking at the map up and to the right is the only other exit I need to try to get to. I guess we can kill some more bad guys just to accumulate a little bit more money. Doesn't look like there's any kind of secret over there. And we can explore what's over here, and there's also a bench where we'll be able to save the game. And to learn to talk. Alright. More relatively easy bad guys. The bench is just kind of down here on the right. It looks like there might be a secret over here. Hello. What do we have? Ah, just a place to gather soul. But I will take a little bit of that. Fill back up. But yes, for the most part, the enemies around this area are easy because this is an area that you could get to much earlier in the game. And just by the way I've kind of taken a path through the game, once again, it does open world very well. And there's lots of different paths and different orders of various upgrades that you can get in order to get through Hollow Knight. And so I'm taking a different path than I did last time, and that's made things all the more enjoyable. But who do we have here? Nailmaster Mato. Well met. Yes, I thought I could sense the aura of a fierce warrior approaching. I'm impressed you found my sanctuary here at the top of the world. No doubt you've endured many trials and overcome many foes in your quest to find me. No, don't speak a word. I, Nailmaster Mato, who was taught the art of the nail by the great nail sage himself, hereby accept you as my pupil. Let us begin the lesson immediately. Learn the Nailmaster's art? Learn the Master's nail art, I suppose is how it actually reads. Yes, let's do it. Mastered the Cyclone Slash. Hold X to concentrate energy in the nail. Release the button while holding up or down to perform the Cyclone Slash. Your form, exquisite. Now I know how my own master felt when he passed down his teachings to us. I hope you don't think me too forward when I say that I consider you to be my child. Yes, when I saw you perform my nail art, I felt a bond between us suddenly flash into existence. You honor me beyond words, my pupil. Thank you. So he's very enthusiastic about getting to teach us a nail art. So here's what it looks like. It basically does a little circle around you, and so it lets you hit enemies from both sides at once. Compare it to the Great Slash, as well as the Dash Slash, which are the other 2 nail arts that we have learned. If we go and check out our inventory, you can see that there's going to be exactly 3, because all 3 of these slots are now filled up with the Cyclone Slash, the Dash Slash, and the Great Slash. And I think we can talk to this guy again. He just says, you honor me beyond words, but I guess we can use the dream nail. My brother, Shio, how fare you in that green kingdom of thorns you call home? I think of you every time I raise my nail. Do you ever close your eyes and remember the time we spent together with Oro and our master? I like to think you do. Alright, so Shio was the guy who taught us the Great Slash, and Oro was the guy who taught us the Dash Slash. Oops. The Dash Slash, which I'll try to do again, which I almost never use. Seems to have the most limited utility of the three, in my opinion. But those are the three nail arts. And yeah, I've been planning how I wanted to do this. I think I'm going to have some kind of flashbacks that I'll do in editing. And so, because, I don't know, we're like almost 20 episodes through the series or whatever, I really love the lore and kind of like the little bits of mystery that unfold in this game, but unless you're really paying attention, it's easy to kind of lose track of the various things that you learn to try to piece together the story. So I guess next up we could have a flashback to the previous Nailmaster when we met him. Was it Shio the Nailmaster you were looking for? Did you come to learn a nail art? I'll teach you if you insist. Yes, let's learn a new nail art. And this one is great. Mastered the Great Slash. And in any case, I'm now here on the edge of a cliff, and it looks like there's a way to head down to Dirtmouth. And so, if you jump off the cliff, as you might imagine, you simply fall back into the area of town, or I guess before town, over here in King's Pass, which I guess this is actually right where you start the game, I think. And I can't remember if we've come back here before. We have not. There's a secret if you go left rather than going right. And so I guess let's go ahead and take advantage of that secret while I'm here. Multiple secrets, as a matter of fact. You can only do this, obviously, if you've already gotten the Mantis Claw and the ability to climb walls to come back up this way. But basically, from the starting area, we can climb back up, and I guess this will lead to a shortcut? Yes. Okay, right back up here on the cliff. So this just brings me around to where I've been, but it also means that there's now a way from Dirtmouth to go back up to the Howling Cliffs through King's Pass. Let's also do a flashback back to the first of the three Nailmasters that we have encountered, Oro. It is the law of the great Nail Sage that I must pass down my teachings to those who are worthy. But no law forbids me from extracting payment for my time. If you truly wish to train under me, prove it with Geo. Alright, Oro, show me what you got. Mastered the Dash Slash. And this time from the cliff, I'm curious, if I do the Crystal Dash and go all the way across over here, does this land us back in town in Dirtmouth? Yes, it does. This has brought us back to a different spot. And so if we wanted to go back to King's Pass, that is the door that we walk through after doing the small little area of King's Pass right at the beginning of the game. But this will bring us back to town. And finally, Sly himself, who I dream-nailed at the very beginning, who mentioned wondering what had happened to those three. Let's have a flashback back to the first time we met Sly and what he said. Who is this guy? And he's got like orange particles coming out of his eyes. Oro, you oaf. You wield your nail like a club. Esme, how much deeper do we have to go? He seems to be in some sort of trance. Oh, the orange lights have cleared off of his eyes. What? Who are you? I see, this old village. What a strange dream to have led me down here. If you hadn't found me, I don't think I would have ever woken. Sounds a bit like what ELDERBUG was saying about people being drawn down here for unknown reasons. And then getting trapped. I'm Sly. Usually, I live an uneventful life up in Dirtmouth. You have your nail, though, and I can tell just by looking at you that you know how to wield it. I see, he appreciates a bug with a good nail. And so perhaps with all those clues, this bit of the story has already come together in your mind. But let's go visit Sly once again, now that we've learned all three nail arts, and we find that he is no longer in the shop. But there's an open hatchway that lets us descend. What will we find down here? Anything to the left? Nope. How about to the right? There's Sly. Bunch of candles. I can chop down the candles. And he's like worshipping at some nail altar or something. But let's talk. Sly. So, another would join our group. I have a gift for you, warrior. As a shopkeeper, I admit parting with it for free is rather difficult. But as the great nail sage, I must recognize your skill. You have mastered the arts of my remaining pupils. Now tradition decrees that you too may hold the symbol. Wear it proudly, Nailmaster. You shall be the last to receive its like. Nailmaster's glory. So we just got a new charm from Sly, who it turns out is the great nail sage. Nailmaster's glory contains the passion, skill, and regrets of a nailmaster. Increases the bearer's mastery of nail arts, allowing them to focus their power faster and unleash arts sooner. And so basically, I think it just changes the charge-up time of charging up things like that, so that you have to hold the button less long for them to charge up. So that's pretty cool. It's another new charm. Off you go, Nailmaster. I've nothing more to give you. Nothing for free, at least. I'll be up briefly, and eager to take your geo and trade for my precious wares. So he still sticks around as the shopkeeper, but he's also the great nail sage. And I guess some of these candles I can't chop down. If I dream nail you here? These refined weapons, the battles of Geo, are much deadlier. Alright. So I like how those pieces come together to learn the story of Sly and the 3 Nailmasters. And so if we walk back out of here, I think now if we go back into the shop, Sly will just be back there ready to sell us some goods. Once again. Yeah. Alright. And I forget, if we talk to him again, does he have anything else new to say? How are your travels, Nailmaster? As time goes by, I'm sure you'll only grow stronger. If you see your fellow Nailmasters again, tell them I carry them in my thoughts always, and that they should come and buy something from their old teacher as a mark of respect. Always looking for the Geo. I think possibly that opens up new dialogue now if we do go and revisit the Nailmasters. And so I actually do plan to revisit all 3 of them to see what new dialogue things that they'll have, and there's some other new things that we might encounter there.
Oh, come on, yeah?
Oh, you found a new nail then? It looks like a much finer weapon than the last. So I guess this is after you've done some nail upgrades? Oh, this is the same nail, but it's been honed by someone extremely skilled. A nail is an extension of ourselves. It is the instrument by which we shape the world around us. It's a sacred duty to keep its edges sharp. Sorry, I shouldn't ramble on like that. Let's talk Geo instead. So is that all he has to say? Yeah, that's the same thing. I wonder if we upgrade our nail again, if he'll have new dialogue. I'll try to remember to talk to him again after the next nail upgrade. We currently have the channeled nail, but we do have a piece of pale ore, and if we get another one, we'll be able to upgrade it again, and so that's something to look forward to in the future. Does ELDERBUG have anything new to say at this point? To reach Dirtmouth, most travelers take circuitous routes around the cliffs beside us. It's a hard trek, but in the Kingdom's prime, things were far simpler. There's an old pass in the cliffs that once allowed easy access. The bridge up to it has long since crumbled away, and even without it, a huge door bars entry. I can't complain, mind you. It's meant we've only ever had to accommodate a trickle of travelers, even during our busiest times. I wouldn't want hordes of bugs to descend on Dirtmouth. I like the quiet. I don't remember if we've seen that before. Alright, and then no other dialogue with ELDERBUG. Alright, so that's great. And if we take a look at our overall map, we can see how King's Path connects up to Howling Cliffs. JONI's Repose is where we just got that, and there is a little bit more at Howling Cliffs that we'll have to go back to. But perhaps we will do that in another future episode. Yeah, I kind of like having the Sly story of the 3 Nailmasters kind of all self-contained in one episode, and so I think that's a good place to end it for today. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day, and I look forward to seeing you again soon with more Hollow Knight. Bye-bye.